Loganville is located primarily in Walton County, but part of it is in southeastern Gwinnett County. It lies on Highway 78, about halfway between Snellville and Monroe. Before I start my pros and cons list, here's a quick bonus pro for you. Loganville is very close to Monroe, and Monroe has a great downtown. If you decide to move to Loganville, you will definitely want to spend some time shopping and dining in downtown Monroe. So stick around until the end to know all the ins and outs. Hi, I'm Tim Trevathan with Tim Trevathan Homes, your go-to Atlanta realtor. Are you considering moving to Metro Atlanta area, or are you planning a move across town? If so, you've come to the right place. I've had the joy of helping people just like you find an awesome home. So if you decide you want to start your home search in Loganville, or if there's another city or area that has captured your interest, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you and learn your dreams and desires for your new home to talk about when we can turn that into a reality for you. When you're moving to a new city, it can be really hard to know exactly where in the city you want to start your home search. So be sure to check out my playlist because I have a lot of other pros and cons videos and plenty more. Okay, now it's time to talk about Loganville. Pro number one, schools. Most of Loganville is in the Walton County school system and is zoned for Loganville High School. It is a top high school out of the 3 in Walton County and is in the top 90 high schools in the state. The Gwinnett portion of Loganville is zoned for Grayson High School, which is a popular school and is ranked in the top 50 in Georgia per the U.S. News and World Report. There's a tiny sliver of southern Loganville that is zoned for Walnut Grove High School. I've talked in other videos how the Gwinnett County School District, which covered a lot of the communities in North Metro Atlanta, has a great reputation. For years, people have moved here and bought a home in Gwinnett because of the school system. But for some people, the idea of such a large school system is overwhelming. There are almost 30 high schools in Gwinnett compared to 3 in Walton, for example. And in Walton County, it has more of a small town feel to its school system, which is attractive to many people. And for example, in Loganville High School, it has about 1,700 students compared to the close to 3,000 students in most Gwinnett high schools. Smaller school size is a selling point for lots of families. Con number one, small downtown. Just a minute ago, I mentioned that just down the road is Monroe, and they have a fantastic downtown area. You can park, walk around, enjoy shopping and dining, but unfortunately, Loganville does not offer the same experience in its own downtown. Downtown Monroe is a destination. Downtown Loganville is not. There are several empty storefronts, and the area just looks like it has seen better days in the past. But Loganville does have a plan to revive its downtown, which is awesome. Part of this plan was the construction of a town green, and I'll tell you in just a moment how they are putting that green to good use. In the meantime, Monroe is just down the road and Lawrenceville isn't far away either, and also has a great downtown worth the drive. Pro number two, events and festivals. There may not be much to downtown Loganville right now, but the city doesn't let that stop them from hosting popular events and festivals throughout the year. The town green provides a gathering place for events like a summer concert series, car shows, a fall festival, and a public safety night, as well as 4th of July events and much more. For a city its size, Loganville does a great job of planning and hosting community events. As an added bonus, there's a little less traffic getting to the events than you'll find in some of the bigger cities over in Gwinnett. Con number two, long commute to Atlanta. Traffic is pretty much a universal con when you're talking about any city in suburban Atlanta. What contributes to the traffic woes in Loganville is a long commute to downtown Atlanta, or anywhere near the perimeter for that matter, if that is where you will be working. Loganville is about 35 miles to downtown, which can easily mean a commute of an hour or longer on the worst days. Often, people want to move to Loganville or other cities in the further out suburbs because housing is less expensive. The trade-off is a longer commute. Often the choice is more house but more time in the car, or less house but less time in the car. Once you know which is the best choice for you in particular, then you can make a decision. Pro number three, the parks. There are some great parks in Loganville, really in all of Gwinnett County, but Loganville, there's some definitely worth highlighting. The Toddler Park is a very popular park with young families thanks to its toddler-sized playground equipment and also because it is completely fenced in. Bay Creek Park is another popular park with a skate area, a large playground, a walking and running track, tennis courts, and ball fields. If you have a child who will be playing youth sports, you'll likely spend a lot of time on the ball fields at West Walton Park, which connects via a short trail to Meridian Park and its popular playground. Like I mentioned, Gwinnett County has a wonderful park system, and Loganville is very close to a couple of Gwinnett's best parks, including Tribble Mill. Con number 3, the restaurant scene. There are a lot of dining choices in Loganville. If you want fast food or chain restaurants, your options are plentiful. If you want a locally owned, non-chain restaurant, however, your choices are very limited right now. Chain restaurants dominate the food scene in Loganville, which is great if you want the Atlanta favorite of Chick-fil-A or have another fast food craving, but not so great if you're in the mood for farm to table and locally grown. On the fast food note, if you like fried chicken, check out Huey Magoo's the next time you go to Loganville. Man, it's some of the best chicken that I've had. There are not many in Georgia right now, but those that choose Loganville will be home to one of the first in the state. Pro number 4, future for downtown. Exactly what these plans are is uncertain at this time. However, it is widely agreed that Loganville would benefit from continued revitalization of the downtown area. There has been some significant disagreement on what that should look like, and a $180 million plan that includes multi-family housing was eventually shot down thanks to heavy lobbying by Loganville residents. The development plans are currently back on the drawing board, but the city does want to bring renewal and growth to its downtown area and is going through growing pains that are typical when a formerly rural community is becoming increasingly suburban. Con number 4, location. Because of its location in Walton County and southeastern Gwinnett County, it is not a quick trip from Loganville to elsewhere in Gwinnett County or across Atlanta. You can get to Lawrenceville and Snellville without any trouble, and Athens is a fairly short drive up Highway 316, but if you need to head towards Beaufort, for example, or Dunwoody, or anywhere else on the opposite side of Gwinnett County or beyond Gwinnett, it will be a drive. I just pulled up Loganville to Beaufort on my GPS at 10 o'clock in the morning, so not a prime traffic time, and the trip is just under 50 minutes. So if you plan to live in Loganville, I would suggest looking at places you'll be frequently traveling to and making sure you're okay with the drive from Loganville. Pro number 5, affordable and housing variety. Compared to other locations in the metro, housing in Loganville is more affordable than many areas. The median sold price in Loganville for January of 2023, for example, was $385,000. Also in Loganville, there are older homes on large, sometimes multi-acre lots, as well as new homes in traditional neighborhoods and everything in between. Because it has been fairly rural until recently, there's still plenty of room for new developments, unlike in other parts of Metro Atlanta. This room also means there are plenty of homes on nice, large lots. So if you've always dreamed of a suburban homestead or have a large garage or studio in your backyard, Loganville may be the perfect place to find a home with enough space for your dreams. I had a client that bought a new construction home in the Independence new community made by D.R. Horton. After some upgrades and some discounts and incentives from the builder, he was able to secure a very nice 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home for $440,000. Can't beat that. Con number 5, distance to shopping. This is not a con for everyone, but if you are coming from an urban area, then the spaciousness of Loganville may take a little getting used to. There's a lot of shopping here. There is a Lowe's, Walmart, Kroger, and plenty of other options, but depending on where you live in Loganville, it may be a little drive to get there. Also, if you want to go to Target, Home Depot, or have more options, you'll have to head up the road to Snellville. Loganville just doesn't have quite the variety of shopping as the cities in the area that have been part of suburbia for a longer period of time. So these are the pros and cons of living in Loganville, Georgia. And if you're thinking, Tim, that sounds just like what I'm looking for, then go ahead and text me, email me, call me, however you want, so we can talk about your dream home and make Loganville your home, and even if it's in a nearby city, as I help people all across Metro Atlanta. Be sure to subscribe, check out my other playlists again. I got tons of pros and cons videos. See you in the next video.